Hello y'all, this is back with another video, man. It's been a long time since I made one of these, man. This is Logical MOG, back again with another amazing video. What we're gonna talk about today, man, I'm not gonna really beat around the bush on this one. What we're gonna talk about today is black women in America. How nobody on earth, nobody in the world wants to deal with them. And most people, when I say these things, man, I want to preference what I'm saying by saying that I love black women. First of all, I am quote unquote black, you know what I'm saying? So I love black women, but they've gotten to such a point that they have nobody else but the black man for the most part. When I say the most part, I'm talking about 70, 80, maybe 75%, which is only 1 in 4 black women will ever even have an opportunity to date out. I ain't even say get married, just date out of her race. And that's being generous. I'm being generous when I give you those numbers. But let's start off with this, man. Number one, the number one reason that nobody really wants black women is the attitude. The attitude like the world owes them favors. And what most black women don't understand is the rest of the world, I'm talking about specifically American black women, the rest of the world sees how you treat your black counterpart, the black man. They see how you treat him. They see how you maneuver. They see how you do things with him. They see how you have discourse with him. They see that. They're not blind. When you go out on dates, to the movies, to the restaurants, to these events, they see these things, man. They see it. All right. I'm not the only one who see it. They see it. All right. And with them being able to see that, they compare and contrast. They say, okay, look up, because they have women too, just like the black men have women. They have Asian, Hispanic, Latino, whatever you want to call them, white, Anglo-Saxon, however you want to classify these other people. They have their own woman, right? And they compare and contrast. They go, okay, my woman isn't perfect. She isn't perfect, but dang, the black man got it rough. Look at that. And they understand that when you come to them, you come a little bit more lenient, like you come a little bit more, humble. But that doesn't last. It's not part of your character for the most part. Like I said, only 1 in 4. Okay, I'm not saying all, but majority. For the most part, y'all don't have it in you to just, be cool, be easy. One of the worst things you could say to a black woman is take it easy, be cool, chill. You would think that would de-escalate the situation with a black woman, but guys, just as much as I know, that doesn't de-escalate. That's number one, though. All right. Number two, the black woman's inability to basically submit to anybody, let alone her own man, her own counterpart. You'll be hard pressed to ever find a black woman that you can actually make submit truly, because it has to be part of her nature. It can't be something that's fake. Submission cannot be faked. We're not talking about wrestling, all right? We're not talking about pro wrestling, all right? Submission cannot be faked, all right? For a person to be truly submissive, and it has nothing to do with money, guys, because I didn't see it all. I've seen other countries and other peoples and other men get their woman, and they're both poor, but they still capitulate to that man, and she's a beautiful woman. And I'm like, dang, how is this possible? How? Why can't the black woman do this? Because it's not in her character. Her character does not have submission. She has relegated that she can only submit to money. But money is not an individual. Money has no character. Money has no values. Money has no morals. So at the end of the day, the black woman can only submit to cash. What does that mean? That's why you have a lot of these peculiar professions. You know what I'm saying? Because they can't submit to anybody, any individual man, for the most part, unless he is wealthy. But she's not submitting to the man. She's submitting to the money. Understand? There's a difference. These other races and other cultures, what I've noticed from my dealing with them, talking to them, doing what I do, you know what I'm saying? What I've noticed is money is a part of the play. It's always going to be a part of the situation or the equation, right? When you're out that equation, 2 plus 2 minus 5, da 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 da. They use, when I went to school, they call it PEMDAS. You know, parentheses, exponents, multiplication, so on and so forth. But you know that equation, right? In that equation, money is always a part of that equation. Don't get it confused. But the problem with the black woman is money is the equation. There is no other outcome. There is nothing else that matters in that equation. Only the money. Only the money. And for the most part, the sad part is they'll submit to a man who has, you know, good looking man. I consider myself a good looking man. Not my best right now, but I'm chilling right now. I'm chilling right now. But nonetheless, they'll submit to a good looking man. Will they submit to an average looking man? A below average looking man? Honestly, guys, I've never seen a super hot woman that's a black woman with an average looking man or below average looking guy ever in my lifetime. I'm 27. I've never seen it. And if I did see it, he had to be wealthy. He had to be wealthy. I've never seen it. I've seen attractive women from other races be with the most average looking dude in their culture, and they'll be happily ever after type life. You know what I'm saying? But that submission factor plays a big role. It's a big role. Number 3, and this one, number 3, to me is a very important aspect of why black women are not going to be able, or why nobody really wants black women at this point in time in masses. Like I said, 1 in 4. I gotta repeat this for people. 1 in 4. And I'm being generous when I give that. It could be less than that. It could be like 1 in 6. You know, I'm just saying. But one of the biggest things though that I noticed is the femininity aspect. And you cannot fake femininity. Femininity is naturally pours out of a female's pores, right? But in the black community, in the black culture, so to speak, right? Femininity is almost dang near dead, man. Like, femininity is gone. It's just masculine energy, really. And to be honest, it's I'm not even gonna say femininity is gone. They switch roles. So the man in the community is more feminine. Like right now, most black men wouldn't even do what I'm doing right now. Even talk about the issues that I talk about, right? Because they're scared of the retribution that comes along with the conversation. Not even that, because like I said from the beginning, I love black women. I want to see them do great. I want to see them in mass do great, because I can find me a top-notch black woman. I've already have in multiple aspects. But the thing is, in mass, no, there's not going to be a lot of black women. You're going to have more black people or black women not get married. And I'm gonna roll this all into one so you can understand why this doesn't affect the black man. But I'm gonna get back to the femininity aspect. They switch the energies. So now the black men in the black community are more feminine, and the females in our community are definitely more masculine. Okay? With that transitioning or that energy swap, it caused such a rift in the community that at the end of the day, the black woman, I don't even think she knows what femininity actually is. You know what I'm saying? When you ask a black woman, what is it that she wants in a man, she names everything that she looks for as a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, when a black, I'm going to keep it very simple. A black man wants cooperation, femininity, submissiveness, understanding, respect, morals. Those things first. Beauty on top of that too. Like, you gotta stay in shape. That's foundational. That shouldn't even be a conversation. You gotta stay in shape, because even those professions, I'm not gonna use the word because you know how YouTube works. Even those professions, you know what I'm talking about, they even are in shape. So if that profession can be in shape, why can't my wife be in shape? Why can't my long-term girlfriend be in shape? You get what I'm saying? But nonetheless, the femininity aspect for most black women are lost. It's very rare that you will ever find a black woman that's feminine under the age of, I say 20, about 26, 27, you know, it's rare. And even then, like, especially because in the new generation, yeah, it's pretty much gone. And in the black community, it's pretty much gone. But as we, move forward, number 4, the fourth thing that I think really sets black women apart or back from most of these other races, and why nobody really wants them in the grand scheme of things, is their inability to understand their role. And I just thought about that on the top, but this was actually, because I'm making this whole video off the whim. I do a lot of these videos off the cuff, but the inability to understand their roles, man. This right here to me is a huge issue in the black sector. You know what I'm saying? It's a huge issue over there, because I mean, from what I see anyway, this is all my personal experience, and you know, for me just using my logic that I use, and I'm putting it all together. From what I gather is that black women in general, they don't understand their role in a relationship. And it doesn't even matter about men. It don't even matter about the black man. Because like I told you before, I think, the average income in America is 50K, 45K. The black man makes 44. The white man makes 49, I believe. So it's not a bigger discrepancy. So we're really talking about apples and oranges. What are we talking about? So, but the white woman can submit to her white man. The black woman would not submit to her black man. Why? Why? Is $5,000 enough that you lose respect to your man? It's that big of a deal, right? But their inability to understand their role makes it so that even in long-term relationships, eventually they fall apart because she's overstepping her boundaries. She's overstepping her role. Or even more so, she's not even fulfilling her role. All right? And I'm assuming, I don't know what type of people gonna be watching this type of content, but I'm gonna put it like this. If you a black dude out there and you understand certain things, right? You understand certain things. We're gonna talk sports for you. There's always a superstar on the team. Now, everybody on the team cannot be the superstar.
Just a brief intermission. Please subscribe, like the channel. You know what to do.
You need them to. This is a fundamental aspect of team building. And when you're in a relationship, you're basically working as a team. You need people to play their role. And if you're not playing your role, guys, what are you doing? You're basically doing the opposite. You're basically being a hindrance to your team. Because you want to be a superstar, you jacking them 30 shots, and you really only averaging 10 points a game. And you're taking away from what the superstar can do. Because now the superstar only taking 15, he averaging 20. It's like, come on, give him the ball. Let him do what he do. But nonetheless, right? That element of black women not understanding her role in general is really what's holding her back a lot, right? And to close this out, man, those are the 4 things that I just thought of off the top. I believe you can go deeper in that, but that's not what this video is for. It's just to shed a little light on this subject. Overall, though, and I wanted to tie it all back in to why this doesn't affect the black man and why black women need to wake up. They need to wake up. Because the black men, especially from what I'm experiencing right now, I used to dress like a thug. I'm gonna use my experiences for you so you can kind of get what I'm talking about. I used to dress like a thug because I grew up in the inner city. I don't know if I got an accent to you. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Who knows? But I do. I grew up in the inner city, right? Washington, D.C. Okay. And growing up in the inner city, man, black women did not check me out until I started. It wasn't even no, they were checking me out until I started really changing my life around. And what I mean by that is, when I started to go, I was dressing like a thug, going down that path. Never went to jail. Never got caught up in the law because I was a smart dude. Did a lot of illegal activities, but I was a smart guy, so I never really got caught up in it. But when I started to veer and go in the right directions, I'm in a whole different lane now, right? Black women were not checking for me at all. At all. But guess who was checking for me? Those Asians, those Latinas, those white joints, all them joints from overseas, all them things from overseas, it was checking me out. And what I noticed, I was like, dang, man, that's crazy. I'm still the same guy. I'm still the same street guy, smart. I'm just a different person, though. I'm intelligent, investing, all this stuff, the whole 9, right? I'm gonna actually leave a link in my description box if you want to check out the investing channel. But because I want to help my guys in all aspects. But overall, I was like, wow, this is crazy that these females that once were on me like white on rice, I couldn't get them off me when I was living a bad lifestyle, doing drugs and all that type of stuff a lot, right? Next thing you know, look what happens, man. I'm moving a whole different way in a whole different lane. No love. But you would think they would care about you more. But that's why, because the black woman in mass, is something wrong with them here. Where if you try to change your life, I actually broke up with a girl because I tried to change my life. And I was like, wow, I'm changing my life because I'm trying to deal with you on a more real level. And because I tried to change my life to deal with you on a more real level, because what I was doing was not sustainable, we ended up falling out. And I asked myself, like, why? How? Most women of other cultures would be in gratitude of that. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, it always amazes me. But this is the issue. Black women, if you don't wake up, dudes like me are gone. And we're never coming back. Because when you go to these other countries, they show you love. They show you respect. They show you gratitude. They appreciate you. Right? Femininity through the roof. Submissiveness through the roof. Right? And on top of that, cost of living in these countries is godly for Americans. Okay? Or any first world individual. Alright? And we're not even talking about just first world countries. Because this could go, if I go to any of these other countries, I'll get treated better than I do in my own country as an African American. Quote unquote. Quote unquote. But yeah, man, I was like, wow, come on. And I do want to preference this too, though. This does not just solely depend upon a black woman, because this is happening across the board to all first world country women. I'm gonna keep it 100. But like I said in the video, black women are the last. Nobody wants that. Compare and contrast. If you talking about the white woman in America and the black woman in America, like, you see where my hand went? It went way below, because you can't even see it no more. That's how bad it is for black women. It's like, dang, I know the white woman isn't perfect. She isn't, everything. But dang, if you compare her to you, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on. You know what I'm saying? But overall, man, we need, I just want to shed the light on that. For my brothers out there who understand what I'm talking about, hit this video, give it a like, give it a subscribe. Enjoy my content. I'm also going to tell you, I drop daily videos on my journey of semen retention, monk mode celibacy. I really don't like the monikers. I just use them to reach the people they need to be reached. But if you enjoy that type of stuff, or that intrigues you in any way, shape, or form, I'm going to also leave that in the description box. And, check that out. Every day I'm dropping some content with that. Just some motivational words for my guys. 5-4 minute videos. The like. But overall, my whole goal is to help you mentally, physically, and spiritually on your journey in life, especially you the first world people who out here trying to make decisions and move differently than your counterparts. Don't be moving like the 99% of people, because you will become the 99% of people, and basically that means you're just like everybody else. You're normal. You're the everyday Joe. You want to do things differently than everybody else. That's why I created this, right? But anyway, at the end of the day, if you mess with the content, you know what to do. Get your MPS up, mental, physical, and spiritual. I appreciate you for coming through. And you know what it is, man. Look out for my next video, and let's get it.